EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Welcome to the King's Palace, Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge, Frank, right in the heart of Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, for so long it has been the showcase for Florida golf. Of course, the King's Palace, and it has produced many a great champion over the years.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Let's see what they do from a good lie in the fairway, 180 yards to go. This one looks right on point. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Just misses. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
In for par. Back to the action here at the second, and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course, it all slopes to the left.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim. I'm loving that balance.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Starting off the round very well here, Frank, hitting fairways.
Yeah, like any sport, really, you've got to get off to a good start. We always have that unattainable goal of perfection, but really that's what drives us forward.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque. Well read.
And we pick up action at the fourth. Frank, the good play continues.
It does, making it look like a 72-hole tournament rather than 4 18-hole rounds.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. No problems early, looks good.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Now to the 5th hole. Off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you see two different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. About 110 yards to the flagstick, and that's where the hole is, right at the bottom of it. Good-looking shot right here. Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Down it, that's a birdie. Frank, the 6th is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be scary as well with all of that water.
And if you're a history buff, you'll remember in 1998, John Daly made 18. Beat that? Well, you're a little better than John.
What's wrong with 18? If you break it down, Frank, that's actually 3 pars and an eagle. By my math, that's pretty good work.
But you got 17 other holes to play.
Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Now comfortably inside that cut line, the former national champ makes birdie. Now at the par 3 7th, Frank, it's just under 200 yards.
But it's still quite daunting. A very narrow entry on that left side. So you've got to hit the ball flush off the tee. Really guarantee a carry of that over that right bunker. So it's still a daunting tee shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? It's a big green. He's managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Let's move on to the 8th. And Frank, what's ahead here?
Big par 4, just over 450 yards. Ideally, you want to get it down by that bunker where it's nice and flat, because that second shot, you know what's coming up. Oh, that's fine.
This has really been a good bounce-back round. Slow at the start, and now they're picking up some speed. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. A good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone. Well, that's the best that was going to be on the fringe.
Not too bad. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
On the way. Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Ryan Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough? To knock it that close, that's good. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Well, you can see the golfer is just boiling right now after that miss, and a drop shot here at the 9th. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. Headed for the bunker? That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or two. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Got it for par. Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. Two bunkers down the right, they always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
That's in the fairway. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still.
Not a problem there, Rich.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill's so important. What's the 12th like?
570-odd yards. Tee it high, let it fly.
Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Just has the feel today.
Frank, the par 4 13th, relatively short, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, stringent tee shot. A lot of people are tempted to take a bigger club off the tee. 300 yards runs out of the fairway, but really, what does that give you in? Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Getting set now over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hill is it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots, and here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. Must fly it onto the green.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
he's made the green.
Solid par.
Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog leg here?
Once again, make sure you know the distance to carry the bunker or run out. You got to play to your strength.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop. And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Oh, it'd be better if it was on a tee.
It is the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Arnold's summer home is actually in western Pennsylvania, Latrobe Country Club. That's where he grew up. He came to Central Florida in the 1970s and fell in love with this piece of ground. He bought it, and he's grown it ever since, and now it is host to one of the premier stops on the PGA Tour. Big, strong golf course. You have to really be a good ball striker and generally one of the longer hitters to be successful around here. So a longer putt coming up next, about 30 feet away. This would give him an eagle on the card. This one's tracking.
Do that.
Frank, we're the best putters you've ever seen, and what did they do that made them so effective?
Well, there was always the Crenshaws that putted beautifully, but the best when it comes down to it, the Tiger Woodses and the Jack Nicklauses, the ones that made them when they had to. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Right about 9 feet here to the hole.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Drops for a par. Frank, the 18th here at Bay Hill. This is a chance to be a hero, but it could all go horribly wrong, couldn't it?
Yeah, this is another hole and a great example of it's never over until it's over.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. That's an absolute beauty.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Continues to roll it very well all day long. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.